Watch this. Two serves, identical motion, completely opposite spin. If you can't spot the difference, neither can your opponent.
那么我们
Let
来
me
讲
fix
讲
the
为
most
什么
common
有
mistake.
而
Why
且
do
为
your
什么
hook
会
serves
出
come
现
out high
错
and
误？
slow?
好，
The number
原
one
因
reason
第一
is
个
you're
原因就
scooping
是
under
我
the
们
ball.
足底发，你看
Watch when I
这
get
是
under
一
the
个地
ball
方
and
两
scoop
个
upward,
前
the
倾，
serve floats high and
一个
slow.
地方你看
Think
这
about it. If you
一
loop a
挺
ball by
这个球
scooping
就会又
underneath,
高
it's
又
slow.
慢，
You need to brush
对
through
不
it to
对？
generate speed.
准备好
And when
了
the
再
arc
接
is that
球，
high, your
传给
opponent
你
won't
这个
push,
拍
they'll
子，
attack.
就是因为
No
我们
matter
在
how
传
well
这
you
个球，
disguise it, if the
通过这个
trajectory
球
is high,
过了，
they want to hit
你
it.
想你拉球也是，你这么拉它肯定慢呢， 对， 对不对？ 你是不是得这么拉球才快？
对，而且兜底高的话，对方不会去搓的，肯定不会搓，因为这么高球，对方打你一下。
就是你发的再隐蔽，对方都想打你，
对，无限高啊。
对吧？
No matter how hidden your spin variation is, a high arc invites the attack. The ball simply has no threat. So remember this rule for short hook serves. You must brush the back of the ball, not the bottom.
这个勾手发球的短球一定要摩擦球的后面。那么我
Now
可不
can
可
you
以摩擦
contact the
球
lower
中
middle
上
part of the
可以
ball?
但是
Yes, you
不能
can,
太
but
大
don't go too
不
far
要
down.
摩擦
Don't let
球
the
中
racket
间
slide
球
all the
的
way
底
under the
部，
ball.
这样摩
When you
擦
scoop
出
the
来的短
bottom,
球
your short
无论
serves,
是
whether
红
left
色的
side
还是
spin or
绿色
right
的，
side spin, will
都
come
会
out
出
slow
现
every
慢的
time.
情况。
So keep your hand roughly level with the
所以我
ball,
们的
moving
手
through
呢
it
尽量在
horizontally.
球是
The
平
racket
行
face
的，然
angle
后我的
can
拍
still
子
adjust
控
for
制
spin
一定的，
direction,
你看
but the hand path stays
这个
parallel.
球就不慢了。
Watch this, see how the ball comes off faster now.
不高
It stays low.
你像海哥，你挑一个，你像这种球，如果你不高的话，你看他挑，他就得制造弧线的挑，
往上走，对。
他就不会是什么，
哎，就不会。
你往前挑一个，像刚才一样，
When the ball stays low, the opponent is forced to create arc, and that makes errors, especially into the net. The trajectory is so tight that their natural instinct is to lift, and lifting a low, spinny ball is hard. So the first correction is clear: stop scooping under the ball and brushing upward. That habit has to go. Instead, contact the back of the ball, the middle to lower back, and brush through it. That alone controls the arc and keeps the trajectory tight. Make sure you understand this point before moving on. The key image is this. Your racket meets the ball from behind, not from underneath. You can still angle slightly upward after contact to add spin, but the initial touch is on the back of the ball. If you start from below and scrape upward, you'll produce that half-high ball that's easy to attack.
这种球就容易出现半高的情况。
对，是这样。
Next, the fourth key point is about short serve specifically, keeping the ball short on the table. Watch my arm here. If I use a big sweeping motion for a short serve, that's clearly wrong. For short hook serves, the stroke must be compact. The smaller the motion, the better your control. Let me show you. Side spin, backspin, side spin, topspin, watch my fingers and wrist. See how small the movement is. There's almost no large action at all. The spin changes happen entirely in the fingers and wrist. This applies equally to pen hold and shake hand grips. The principle is identical. You're not using your upper arm to generate the spin variation. The power source is concentrated in the fingers and the wrist.
基本就是手指手腕的。
对，直板横板的关键点是一样的，它就没有太多的大臂动作。大家点点关注啊，点点赞。它的发力点主要以手指手腕为主。
Keep the motion compact. Your upward brush and your downward brush must not drag your upper arm along. Your elbow stays roughly at the same height throughout. Watch whether I brush down or up, the elbow doesn't follow. You cannot let your upper arm rise on the topspin serve or drop on the backspin serve.
你不能短球的时候向上。
If your arm lifts and drops visibly, two things happen. First, your opponent reads the spin instantly. And second, you lose control over length, the ball drifts half long, and that's an easy attack for them. Now watch the difference when I keep it tight. One serve, side spin, backspin. Another, side spin, topspin. Short ball, real threat, and the opponent is immediately under pressure. So the direction of your brush, up or down, must be precise, and the motion must stay minimal. Think of it as a tap with the racket head. Tap down for backspin, tap up for topspin. Add a small fake gesture if you like, and you're done. Short touch, short motion. You don't need to lift your elbow and slam downward. You don't need to drop your hand and rip upward. The motion stays small because the smaller it is, the better you control the force, and the more convincing your fake motion becomes. The deception lives in that tiny window, real spin change, almost no visible difference. So with those 4 points understood, let's move on. Now I want to show you the specific wrist action that lets you produce two completely different spins from one motion.
新进直播间呢，一定要点点关注啊，每天都有直播教学。
是的，这个理解了，我们点一下大拇指啊。
嗯，
好，
Now let's put it together. One motion, two completely different spins. I'll demonstrate from this side so you can see clearly.
好嘞。
Watch both serves carefully. Which one is side spin topspin, the first or the second? They look almost the same, don't they? That's exactly the point. The second serve is the side spin topspin. Now my partner tries to push each one. Watch the first serve. I'll replicate it exactly as before. I contact the middle back of the ball, and my wrist snaps slightly downward through contact. The racket face is just a touch more open at the moment of impact. The ball grabs the rubber and kicks low with backspin. My partner pushes it comfortably because the spin matches his expectations.
全给我破了呢，我发球。对，第二个是侧上，我们让海哥接一个啊。
好嘞。
你看第一个球，你看啊，我现在给大家做啊，按照刚才1比1复制，你全做就行。看第一个，对吧？这是
That
侧下。
first one is side spin backspin. You can see it from the push response. Now the second serve, identical motion. My partner pushes again, same technique, but watch what happens. The ball reacts completely differently. And here's the important part. I'm not adding any fake motion at all right now. No extra flourish, no speed change. The arm path is exactly the same. I'm keeping it pure so you can study the difference in contact.
一点假动作都没给你加，就你根本动作都没加速，
哎，
对吧？就是为了让你能看清。
对，
你能不能
Can you
看出
tell
它
which one
俩
is
感觉
which?
不同？
Look closely, try to spot the difference between the two serves. It works with long serves too, let me show you. Watch. The first serve goes long with side spin backspin. My partner pushes it back comfortably, no problem at all. Now the second serve, same motion, same trajectory, going long again. But watch my partner's reaction this time, completely different result off the exact same looking delivery.
海哥是不是能搓？你看第一个走，对不对？第二个同样动作走。
The second one flies off my partner's racket, pops up immediately. Same motion, same height, same arm path. The deception is incredibly strong because the two serves look absolutely identical. I haven't adjusted my motion at all. One is side spin backspin, the other is side spin topspin. Completely identical swings, completely different outcomes. This is exactly what I've been working on, how to make two serves look the same while producing opposite spins.
看似一样，但实际发出来的效果是不一样的。
对，对，
它都我的
My
动作
motion
都是
stays
一
the
样
same
的
every time. The difference is purely in the contact. Remember, don't scoop under the ball. Use the correct contact point on the ball's surface and let your wrist do the switching. A small downward snap for backspin, a small upward brush for topspin. Keep the motion compact and tight so there's nothing extra to give the spin away. Practice both serves side by side until your swing is indistinguishable between the two. That's when the deception becomes real.
好嘞。
你看啊，你要说我接触球的位置不一样，来，我给你看一下我接触球的位置。